Hey there, and welcome back to the VEX IQ Guide. Whether you're a parent, teacher, mentor, or anybody looking to start up a VEX team, this video is just for you. In today's video, we're going to be covering over all of the parts necessary to build a new robot. We're going to be diving into everything, ranging from electronics to motion parts, structure parts, and even some additional parts that I would recommend if your budget allows. Let's dive in. Firstly, you're going to want to go to vexrobotics.com. So let's go over some electronics. We're going to be starting with the brain and some accessories with it. So you can simply search up brain in the search bar, and then we're going to go with this VEX IQ system bundle. This is going to give you all the electronics, or at least most of them, that you're going to be needing for your robot. It'll provide a brain, battery, controller, some motors, some wires, and some sensors. We don't really need the sensors very much, but they do come in the bundle. The bundle only comes with 4 motors, and we want 6 total, so we're going to be getting 2 more. You can search up the IQ Smart Motor, and here we're going to purchase 2 more of the IQ Smart Motors. Next, we're going to be going over structural components. Let's go over some beams and plates. Now, we're going to simply search it up into the search bar, and we're going to be getting some of the 2x beams. I recommend getting one of the 2x beam base packs to start off. This will provide you with all sorts of lengths of beams, and it's very versatile. You could purchase 2 of these if you'd like, as 2x beams are very commonly used, depending on what your budget allows. Next, I also recommend getting one of the 2x beam long packs. Now, the reason for this is because the base pack doesn't come with a lot of long beams, and these are really essential, so I recommend getting one of these as well. We're going to go to 4x beams now, and we're going to start here with the 4x plate foundation add-on pack. The reason I like this is because it gives you a lot of different sizes, 3 different sizes, and they're all very commonly used. These are probably the most commonly used sizes, which is why I really recommend this one. Go to the connectors now. Firstly, I really recommend this corner connector foundation add-on pack. These give a lot of really helpful and commonly used connectors, so I recommend getting this one. Now, I also recommend getting the corner connector base pack as well. While some of these connectors aren't as important in here, they do provide some that are really important, and getting some less commonly used connectors, even in small quantities, is still pretty important because you never know when you're going to need them. I recommend getting one of each of those. We're going to go over some pins. Let's take a look here at this connector pin pack. I recommend getting 1 to 2 of these, ideally 2 if your budget allows for it, because pins are a very, very commonly used piece. They're used to make everything stick together, so getting a lot of these is going to be really, really helpful. Really though, you need nothing more than the connector pin pack, so just 1 or 2 of these will be perfectly fine. Now let's go over some standoffs. I recommend getting the standoff base pack, as this provides a lot of great standoffs. Then I'd also recommend the standoff foundation add-on pack, as these also provide a lot of great standoffs, just in slightly different lengths. Now, both the base pack and the add-on pack are pretty essential, so I recommend getting 1 of each of these. So we're going to take a look at parts that are really helpful for motion. Starting off, let's go over some shafts that you're definitely going to be needing. We're going to start here with just the drive shafts, which are simply the normal shafts. Our recommendation would be to get a shaft add-on kit as well as a long shaft add-on pack, as these will provide all of the necessary shafts that you need for your robot. That are simply drive shafts, that is. Next, we'll be going to motor shafts, and here I'm going to recommend to get a motor shaft add-on pack. You only really need 1 though, as you don't need too many motor shafts, but you will definitely need some. Finishing off shafts, I recommend getting 1 pack of short capped shaft add-on packs. Now, these are great capped shafts, and similar to motor shafts, while you don't need too many of them, having some is very essential. Next, we're going to get some shaft collars, as these are also really important to go on shafts. They come in a 30 pack as shown here, so I recommend getting 2 of these, as it should be more than enough for your builds. I also recommend this basic motion accessory pack, and I would try to get 2 to 3 of these. The reason is because they contain spacers and washers, which are very, very essential components, as well as these 2x2s and 1x3s, which aren't just normal. They have the little square shape in the middle, which allows them to move with this shaft.
This, while isn't used too commonly, is very, very important in certain scenarios, so getting a bunch of these is probably very helpful. I would then recommend getting one of these gear base packs. These gear base packs come with a decent amount of gear, so one should be fine for just one robot. Now, these gears come with the 60-tooth gears, 36-tooth gears, and the 12-tooth gears, as well as the 36-tooth crown gears, which aren't used as commonly. While those gears are important, they don't come with the 24 and 48-tooth gears, which is why we're going to buy one pack of 24 and 48-tooth gears as well. These also come with some other pins, which are unique pins that can actually go into a square hole. Now, I recommend getting these as paired with the regular gear base pack. You're going to get every single type of gear, and that's going to be great for your builds. Next, we're going to go over to the wheels. I firstly recommend getting one pack of 200mm travel omnidirectional wheels. These come with two, which is all we're going to need. Now, you could hold off on this if your budget doesn't allow, but I do really recommend it. These wheels are great for providing turning mobility, and they're a great tool to have in your VEX parts. To finish off the wheels, we're also going to get a wheel base pack. This is going to come with 4 traction wheels, and we're only going to really use 2 of them, given you're going to use 2 of your omnidirectional wheels. Now, like I said, if your budget doesn't allow, you can only buy this wheel base pack, as it will give you all the wheels that you technically need, though I do highly suggest the omnidirectional wheels as well. You only need one of each of these. Now I'm going to go over some additional recommendations. You definitely don't need to buy these, however, I do recommend these as they will be pretty helpful. Firstly, we have the pin tool. The pin tool is great for removing pins, as certain pins can be really difficult to pull out in some scenarios. With the pin tool, you simply place the pin tool over the pin and then clamp it down and remove the pin really easily. It's a great tool. I have one of them myself, and it's awesome for removing pins. Next, we're going to go over some rubber bands. Rubber bands are great for creating tension on any type of mechanism, so I do highly suggest them. Now, I prefer the silicone rubber bands, and while there are different rubber band types, these do provide the best support and tension in my opinion. Now, I would recommend to get one 10-pack of silicone rubber band number 32 and one 10-pack of silicone rubber band number 64. The reason for this is because they are 2 different heights, and having both of these in your toolbox will be great for providing different tension in different areas when needed. They're great to experiment with, and they create great tension in builds. Now, let's go with some chain and sprockets. While chain and sprockets could be viewed as a necessity, in most cases you can get the job done with gears as well, so I didn't put them as a necessity. However, I do still highly recommend them. And here we're going to go with the chain and sprocket kit, which is going to provide you with all the sprockets that you could need. And while the chain is a little bit low, it still provides a decent bit. If you do need more chain, you are able to buy more chain as well separately. Every part has a 6-digit SKU number, and we're going to use those to make checkout a lot easier. Simply go to the quick order, and then, as you can see here, there's a box for entering multiple SKUs. All you have to do is enter the SKU number of a part, use a comma to separate it, and then enter the next one. And you can do this for as many parts as you would like. This makes checking out a lot easier, as you don't have to put each individual one in every single time. Additionally, in the description of this video, I have the SKU number of every single part I went over in this video. Therefore, you can simply go down the description, copy the SKU numbers for every part that you would like, and then simply enter them into this box here. That way, you can go to checkout really simply.
That's just about it for today on all of the parts that you need to start up a new VEX team. Just remember that all of these parts are generally meant for one robot. So if you're planning on making more robots with your organization, I would recommend amping all of these quantities up based on however many robots you'd like to build. And additionally, there are other parts that you can buy that weren't covered in this video. This video is simply just a basic video to make a basic robot. So if you want to make more complex structures, you will definitely need some more parts. But we're going to be making another video in the future on that, so stay tuned for more. As always, if you found this video helpful, feel free to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Also, remember to check out the description for all of the SKU numbers so you can get all of these parts really quickly. I'll see you in the next one.